Do you feel encouraged by the Arab Spring?
We're watching these developments, of course, but I don't think they will trigger a revolution in Central Asia.
So you don't consider an Islamic revolution to be a realistic scenario for Central Asia?
Even if there is a revolution in Central Asia, it will not be Islamic. Islam may be an element within a revolutionary movement, the way it was in Egypt or Tunisia, but this kind of developments definitely won't be purely Islam-driven.
How would you explain those American diplomats attending an Islamic party meeting?
There was a lot of speculation prior to the convention on who was going to head the party and what changes there would be in the party leadership. Therefore, there was a lot of interest in our meeting, and it doesn't surprise us that there were so many people from embassies and from the press.
How do you view the situation in Afghanistan following the assassination of Rabbani?
I believe the situation in Afghanistan has aggravated after the terrorist attack that killed teacher Rabbani. He was supposed to be a guest at our convention, and we were expecting him. His assassination will complicate the situation even more, now that the US government is contemplating a withdrawal. All the different groups in Afghanistan are waiting for that opportunity to fill the vacuum. I don't know how NATO's military presence has benefited Afghanistan, but I believe their hurried pullout will lead to another military conflict. China, Iran, Russia and the neighbouring countries all should come together to discuss what is to be done for Afghanistan once the NATO troops are gone. So far, nobody has a plan. The United States are determined to pull out of Afghanistan as quickly and with as little casualties as possible. But no one has any agenda for Afghanistan once the Americans leave.
The Americans are currently setting up a massive training facility on the border between Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Doesn't that look like a plan for the future?
Given that the Americans have been unable to make a change in Afghanistan while actually being there, they will hardly manage to influence the situation from outside the country, even if they're stationed at the border.
And why does the US need a new base?
Most likely for the balance of power.
To counterbalance Russia?
I don't think it's against Russia. The American military presence in the region promotes the United States' political, economic and commercial presence.
There is an abundant speculation about a drug trafficking route that starts from Afghanistan and passes through Tajikistan. Could you clarify this matter?
There are a lot of myths about drugs in the region, and there's very little information on what's actually going on. But there are two facts that nobody can deny. First, drug trafficking volumes did drop significantly in Afghanistan and Central Asia while the Taliban was in power. Secondly, in the post-Taliban period, drug production increased by several times. As for those involved in drug trafficking and profiting from it, there's been a lot of speculation and rumours, but there are no reliable facts available.